vote to increase the debt ceiling this past March. And if I remember, it did include continued funding of ObamaCare.
That was the debt limit. We extended the debt limit. You have to remember that those were bills that occurred before that. What the leadership said we wanted to do, let's go back to the math. We have 202 Democrats, 203 Democrats, 232 are. We could have fought the battle. He was beating up the Republican House on the debt ceiling extension, not an increase, but an extension that allowed the government to keep paying their bills. Okay. We could have fought the battle on the budget. And by the way, I was part of the Republican Study Committee. I'm a worker. Our great Congressman Woodall out of Georgia was the Republican Study Committee chairman. We put together a budget that would have balanced the budget in 4 years, not the Paul Ryan 10, not 10 years. I think 10 years is way too long. I think that's ludicrous. We knew that the Republican Study Committee wouldn't balance, wouldn't pass, because again, you get back to those marginal districts where when you start really cutting hard, you're going to see them peeling off people. You're going to see the Democrats peeling off people and getting their way, i.e. Obamacare and some of the budgets. So we had to temper that budget. So our tact, Dennis, was to say, we're going to let the debt ceiling be extended, let the president go ahead and pay bills. We crafted the language in such a manner that nothing else could be added to the bill. He didn't get new programs. He only got to pay for the ones that were existing before I got there. In other words, it's an ongoing obligation. And then we went to the continuing resolution. We said, okay, we're going to fight this. I mean, we're not going to fight on the continuing resolution. We're going to go through the continuing resolution to sequestration. Why? Because we knew we could get the votes. We were counting noses. We knew that we could cut $80 billion with a B dollars out of the budget. And it's called sequestration. And I will say this about your Republican-led House. We got in a conference over in Williamsburg, Virginia in January, and we chose that strategy. We said, look, we can't beat this president in the media. We just can't. We can't beat him at this game. But we can get to the Budget Control Act of 2011, aka sequestration, where it was the president's idea. It was passed by the House, passed by the Senate, signed into law in 2011, and basically what it said was, if you can't come to agreement on a budget, then we will cut across the board. We will cut across the board, which we did. And I have to tell you that I was proud of the conference at that point, Tommy, because they said we were going to hold the line, we would all stick together, and we would make sure we kicked in those $85 billion worth of cuts that we did.
And just